people like Ben are the future at Finley's. You know, we've got a lot of older dudes like me in the business, and then we've got a young brigade coming through that are going to be our future stars. So we've got to cultivate those. That's why we look for people like Ben.
Wilson this time gets it right with the toe off the uprights, and on the spot is Stevanovic. The Bears have a second. It's been opportunistic for both tries.
Benny's just a really good guy. He's very down to earth, super approachable. I think one of the things I like about Benny is he takes the time to chat to people, and he always remembers little details, and he'll always follow up and say to you, oh, how did such and such go, or what are you training at the gym, or you know, what did you guys do at the gym today? So he actually makes a point of like learning about you and following up on those sorts of things. And I just really like that as a character.
First and foremost, he's a good bloke. When you meet Ben, he's a nice guy who is very present in conversations. We did see those qualities in Ben. Obviously, the sporting analogy is a really important one, where we have a number of our team who have come through a sporting background, and that really helps in the disciplines of the business, but also you learn to play in a team environment, and Ben definitely has that.
I was quite surprised that he was so good at footy, because he doesn't fit what I would expect the stereotypical mould to be. Like he's charismatic, he's lovely, he's a good looking guy, but he's got no ego about him whatsoever. He comes in, he doesn't go out and party, he doesn't have big weekends, he talks about training and his girlfriend and his family, and that's just the kind of guy he is.
What I could tell with him was that he was comfortable around people. He had, I'm the owner of a business, he had no discomfort in talking to me at all, and he was just at ease. And that's what we do in our business, is talk to people, and you got to make people feel comfortable, and he certainly made me feel comfortable.
Yeah, so I was quite lucky that the year I came across to the Bears, I got in contact with a mentor of mine, Val Lorenzelli, and we had a good chat, and he opened up the opportunity to come across to Finley's, and it just worked so well being a local business in North Sydney area. So I thought it was a no-brainer to come across to Finley's and the Bears, and they've been awesome for me. They're really understanding of my commitment to rugby league, and whether it have to be that I have to leave for training, a little bit earlier. I have a team behind me that can really cover my schedule, and they've just been so understanding of that and really supportive of my journey. I think that, and the one thing I always remember when I sat down with Val the first time, is that we're a relationship before transaction, and developing that relationship with that client is so important, and it's something that you do at work, and that Finley's have taught me here, but even away from work as well. It's really important that you understand the person, you create that relationship. It's definitely something that you can take on to every aspect of your life, in this case rugby league. At the end of the day, you play alongside 12 guys in the field that you need to make sure that they've got your back, and you want to create a relationship with everyone in the team, whether it be chemistry in attack or just showing up for each other in defence. Sport was always my getaway, but the rule was with my sport that I had to be good with my studies. So whether it be at school or even university, I had to make sure I kept my grades up, and I always felt that when I was succeeding in the classroom, or at university, or now at Finley's, that I do succeed playing footy as well. So I always felt like they were hand in hand with each other. I would say that my first memory of rugby league was, so I started playing in 2005, and the West Tigers won the premiership in 2005, and I was a Tigers fan growing up. Dad played for West. So kind of that grand final, I remember watching that grand final, that would be my first big memory. But definitely playing through my junior career through Leichhardt Wanderers, that was all those Sundays, whether it be a gala day or back at Blackmore, it was just such a great, all those days were just memories to me. Went to high school at Holycross College, played a couple of years at Holycross Rhinos with my schoolmates, which is pretty special. Played the Balmain development 13, 14, 15s, and progressed into the Balmain Harold Matts and SG Ball squads. Was fortunate enough to be a part of the under 20 squad or under 21 squad back when I was 18, or turning 18, and I played those 3 years in the Jersey Flag comp, and then at the end of that I was given an opportunity to be a training trial with the NRL squad, which is pretty special. Did the pre-season there under Madge, and was brought in for sessions with the Oppose, and I always remember that because that high standard that they held there, the NRL boys, and debuted for Cup with West, and kind of that was my journey to there. Yeah, so I played half a season at Wests. Felt like I needed a change, and I transferred halfway through the season to Blacktown Workers. Didn't have the best of years, and I always remember the Friday afternoon, Paddy Wisner giving me a call, and we had a good chat about kind of the season just gone, and he said there's an opportunity at the Bears, and I thought, you know, this is definitely what I need. I need a club that's successful, and someone like JT was the coach at the time, and he's a great halfback himself, so I thought any opportunity to be under JT, and then Pat, he was a huge influence on my career as well, so yeah, it was that Friday afternoon call that got me across to the Bears. I feel like JT was very, you know, pedantic of, you know, the structures that we ran. Pat was very relaxed, and I think Pat had a real different outlook on how we play, and I think it was pretty evident through our games this year. And just KD's hasn't tried to, you know, reinvent the wheel with us. Like, we were a pretty successful team heading into the season, and he just makes sure that we're doing the little effort areas right, which I think we're definitely improving on the last couple of games.
Towards the end of your second season with the Bears, how much do you think you progressed in that time?
Oh, I think just across all platforms as well, maturity off the field and on the field as well. Like, I know Pat would give me a goal after each game last year, which allowed me to just build my game slowly, and then I was lucky enough to be, you know, part of the leadership squad this year, which was another role I took on, and yeah, this year each game and the playing group that would just become a lot closer, and I think that's just developed my game, just, you know, having to take on that kind of extra leadership role. KDL is our leader, is our captain, and he really, you know, sets the standard and allows the rest of us boys to kind of play off the back of that. Year is special. You know, last year we had a really, really special playing group. This year I felt like we had a lot more Bears players actively playing, opposed to last year we did have a lot of help from the Roosters, and when you play together with a team that you trained with all pre-season, those wins that we had, that 9-game win streak, it was pretty special. And the Storm boys have been awesome for us as well, the inclusion of all them. So both years have been just as special as each other, and the results have shown because of it, but we know that really it comes down to these next couple of weeks. Finals is a whole new season, and yeah, what it taught us is that you can be, you know, the best team all year, but really comes down to that last game at the end, and it definitely plays on our minds, especially the boys that were there. It's in the back of our mind all year, that feeling of losing in the last couple of minutes, and it's driven us as a team and as a leadership group. A lot of the boys were part of that loss last year, so yeah, it's driven us to work on where we are today, and we'll definitely be thinking about it leading into finals.
And then what's something that North Sydney Bears fans watching this, what's something that they don't know about you?
They don't know about me. I think, yeah, probably the pride that I take, you know, away from the office. So the footy is, you know, a big goal of mine, but I've always said that, you know, you got to, in order to succeed on the field, that you got to be succeeding off the field, like with studies and stuff. And this, at the moment, is my commitment off the field. So while I'm not, you know, on the footy, you know, field doing what I do, I'm committed here to Finleys and doing my absolute best.
Oh, look, I think it's like anything. I mean, he's my baby, so yeah, I like what I see. Look, I think he's an achiever, and he'll achieve whatever he puts his mind to. So hopefully, you know, we continue in the same thread here, and we have success here, and he continues to have it on the football field.